First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakah Kodash. Yahweh is the name of who this world ignorantly calls God. Yahweh Shai is the name of who this world ignorantly calls Jesus. Bahashim means in the name, Rakah means spirit, and Kodash means holy. And that's all in the Paleo Hebrew. I also want to give double honors to the elder bishops and apostles of Great Millstone that taught me this truth. Today's lesson, I wanted to show a little clip of the brother over there in Kansas City, right? Pretty much showing the chariot that he saw, okay? And pretty much getting some scriptures going into that, because personally, when I came into the truth, right, when I was seeing these videos of the chariots, right, being told what they were, right, this was something that it shook me, right? Something that I had to really think about, okay? I had to really ponder on. Okay, because here it is, you'll see videos like this, and your mind will start racing to scientific explanations, right? You'll start looking at trying to discredit it, okay? Trying to say, oh, it's not that, it's this, right? It's not that, it's a balloon, okay? And ultimately what that goes down to is it's a lack of faith, man. Not believing in what you're seeing, okay? But if you really ponder on it, as we're going to watch this video, right, and hey, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai has shown me things that are inexplicable scientifically, right? When you start thinking about it, you realize that these are the chariots, man. Okay, these are the chariots. You cannot explain what we're about to see, okay, in words, right? You can in words, but you can't explain it scientifically. There's nothing Esau Edom can say that this is right here, okay? But pretty much these vehicles are what's going to save us, right? And I'm going to get the scriptures on that and hopefully edify. Let's play this.
That right there is a chariot, brothers. It's a chariot right there. No blinking or nothing, man. It's hidden behind this tree. Yeah, that boy moving, man. Call Allah Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, and that's bright, man. Saw a couple earlier. This boy is bright, man. Let me get over here. Yeah, he doing his thing. Slow cruising.
You can't explain that, man. That's not no airplane. That's not a satellite. So what is it? It's the chariots.
Bright as hell too, man. Call Allah Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. You don't see no blinking on that thing. That's just, yep. Call Allah Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. It's that time, man. You know, I don't want to go into the lesson, but hey, man, this is what gives us courage, man. This is what helps us continue in these last days, man. Seeing these signs in the heavens. The Lord Yahweh Shai is coming soon, man. He's about to give us deliverance from these heathen, man. We got to believe that, you know. Lord just showed the sign, man. All praises goes to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Rakah Kodash. You know, I wasn't even planning on doing a lesson. Just wanted to catch that for you, brothers. Yeah. Double honors to the apostles. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone. Let's keep doing this thing to the end, brothers. Shalom.
Right? And let me see if I can find another video I had. I have so many videos in my watch later, man. Let me see if I could find it. Let's see. There's another one that I saw the other day that I saved. And it's the same thing, man. You can't explain it. Let's see if I can find it. You can see, man, I save about every video. Right, this was the one. Okay, it's the same thing here, man. You can't explain this. Let's watch it.
Call Allah Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai.
Look at that.
Call Allah Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Woo! Call Allah Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Bro! Oh, let's go. Woo. It's right there, bro. It's still right there. It's right there. It's fake.
Man, like you see right there, man, you cannot explain that. You just can't explain that, man, because that's something out of this world. Those are the chariots, man. Those are the chariots. Okay, here it is. You saw that piece of light, man, that vehicle going through the sky with the red trail on the back. Okay, then out of nowhere, the trail stops. Okay, and then it's just a pure light. And then the pure light disappears. Okay, how do you explain that scientifically? You can't. Okay, and then it reappears. You cannot explain that scientifically, man. You just can't. Okay, you might try to say, oh, it's a meteor. Hey, that's too close for a meteor. Right? That's too close for a meteor. How does a meteor reappear? Right? But ultimately, it comes down to faith. Right? And that's a demon that we can have on ourselves that, hey, I battle sometimes too, that I'll see videos like this right in front of me and Satan will be in my mind telling me, nah, that's this and this and that. Right? Trying to reason it scientifically. Right? When we have to know that, we have to incorporate that this also goes into faith. Right? You have to believe that those vehicles are the chariots. And let's get some scriptures going into that. This is Jeremiah chapter 10 and verse 1. It says, hear ye the word which Yahweh speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. Right? And that what we just saw, that was a sign of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, a sign in the heaven. Okay, and all the heathen, right, these other nations, they'll look at that and they'll start bugging out, man. They'll start saying, what is that? Okay, look at that, it's a UFO. Okay, not even knowing what it is. They'll start bugging out, having existential crises, right? Pretty much having cognitive dissonance, right? Because that's what it is when you really look into it, right? When you see all these signs and you still don't believe, that's cognitive dissonance, right? That means that word pretty much goes into how you can see something with your eyes, right? But you have a moral system so strong that you're not going to change your mind no matter what. If that's what I remember the definition. Okay, but that's what it is right there, man. As it says, hey, Israel, don't be dismayed at that, right? Don't be shook by those signs, okay? Because that's nothing new. We just forgot what they were. But here it is, right? We're remembering. And let's get that in Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5. Brings out that point. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 and verse 1, it says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors. Right? This is going into how Jake is waking up. Right? And all these nations, the elites are seeing Jake wake up. And that's putting fear on them. Right? Because they know that they're seeing the prophecies play out. Okay, and the prophecy is that Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So, seeing Jake wake up, they know that they have but a short time. So, what does that imply? They're going to come down with great wrath. But verse 2 is the point. It says, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for. Right? They're going to be amazed at seeing our salvation. Okay? At the strangeness, because these people are not expecting for those vehicles to come down and beam up the elect. Right, like they portray in the movies, okay, like they portray in ads. They're not expecting that, right? So they're gonna be like, hold up, right? We saw this in a blockbuster, man. There's no way this is happening, right? Look, those UFOs are picking up those people. Oh my God, you know how people are gonna be out here going crazy, right? They're gonna be amazed at the strangeness of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai's salvation, right? Via those vehicles, man. Okay, let's get 2 scriptures going into that. First, we have Revelation chapter 11 and Revelation chapter 11 and verse 12. It says, and they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. Right, and that cloud, right, is symbolic for the chariots, man. Okay, those so-called UFOs, which are the vehicles of the angels, that's what it's talking about. Okay, the elect, they ascended up to heaven in one of those clouds, right? Just like you see in the movies with the tractor beam, just like that is going to happen. Okay, that's why it says that the heathen, right? They're shook, right, when they see these signs of the heaven. They're going to be amazed at the salvation of Yashar Allah, okay? Because it's something that's the last thing they're expecting, right? Here it is, Esau has put it in their minds that, hey, those are little green men with big heads, right? Hey, you know what I mean? Just coming with all types of nonsense and lies, right? But ultimately, that's his purpose, is to deceive the nations. But it says, in the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell, and in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000, and the remnants were affrighted and gave glory to the God of heaven, right? And that's going to the 1/3 of the nation of Israel, right, that escaped the second death via those vehicles, right? Right before those missiles hit, we're going to get beamed up and delivered. And if we go to Isaiah chapter 26 and verse 20, right, it tells you the same account. Isaiah chapter 26 and verse 20 says, "Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself as it were for a little moment, until the indignation be overpast." Right? And indignation goes into righteous anger. It says, "For behold, Yahweh cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. The earth also shall disclose her blood, and shall no more cover her slain." Right? And that's a direct precept to what we just read in Revelation, the 11th chapter. Right? Going into how they went up into they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, right? And then after that, there was an earthquake. You're saying the same thing, right? These people went into their chambers for a little bit until Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai was done causing havoc. Okay, going into the vehicles, man, the chariots. Okay, and I want to see what it says in Isaiah chapter 26 and verse 20 in that word chambers. Right? I know what it means, but I want to see in the Hebrew, right? See what it goes into. A chamber, a room, a parlor, innermost or inward within, right? Because that's what it's pretty much going to be, man. We're going to be inside a ship, right? Which is pretty much inside the ship, we're going to have room, right? We're going to be able to look at the destruction of America, right? Babylon the Great, right? From all the way up top, right? That's why it refers to America as a lake of fire. That's what it's going to look like from the chariots. A lake of fire. Okay, let's see if we go into down here. It says, a chamber, especially an inner apartment, whether of a tent or of a house, hence a bed chamber, woman's apartment. And that's pretty much what it's going into, right? A space. And let's go into the root word and see if we can get anything else. To encompass, surround, enclose. Right? Because those chambers, right, the chariots, they're going to enclose us. We're going to be inside of them, protected from all the destruction that is coming. Right? And that's beautiful the way it says that. Right? That's beautiful. But let's get one more scripture. Let's go to Ezekiel chapter 1, which goes into those vehicles, man. And it tells you about them. Let's see, where should we start? Sorry, Ezekiel chapter 1 and verse 15. It says, "Now as I beheld the living creatures, behold, one wheel upon the earth by the living creatures with his 4 faces. The appearance of the wheels and their work was like unto the color of a beryl, and they 4 had one likeness. And their appearance and their work was as they were a wheel in the middle of a wheel." Right? And this is talking about the angels, okay? And those vehicles, man, which the vehicles here are referred to as their work. Right? It says that it's a wheel inside a wheel. Right? And that's what the chariots look like from an upward position. Right? That flying saucer. Right? You have the circle in the middle, and right around it, right, a bigger circle on the outside. Right? From the top position, that's what it looks like. It says, when they went upon their 4 sides, and they turned not when they went. Right? So going into how, hey, they were not moving according to this dimension. Right? They were over here looking forward, right, while they were moving backwards. Right? Looking forward while they were moving to the left. Right? Whereas a human, right, for us to move like that, we have to literally turn our body. Right? But here it is, this work, right, didn't have to do that. right? Here, the chariots, they could be going, hey, millions of miles per hour and hit a 90-degree angle turn, right, and keep pushing, right? Or go straight and just out of nowhere start going backwards in a 45-degree angle, right, out of this dimension. That's what it says when it says, when they went upon their four sides, and they turned not when they went. As for their rings, they were so high they were dreadful, and their rings were full of eyes round about them four. Right, and you can liken this into either into the lights, right, or into windows. Okay, the lights or the windows, right, but pretty much the rings outside of the chariots. It said, and when the living creatures went, the wheels went by them. And when the living creatures were lifted up from the earth, the wheels were lifted up. Whithersoever the spirit was to go, they went. Thither was their spirit to go. And the wheels were lifted up over against them, for the spirit of the living creature was in the wheels. Right, so right there it tells you, man, the spirit of the angels is inside those vehicles, right? They control them. Okay, if the angels are going over here, right, to America, Babylon the Great, right, those works are coming also. Okay, they're in full control of what those vehicles do. Okay, and it's telling you right here. It says, when those went, these went. And when those stood, these stood. And when those were lifted up from the earth, the wheels were lifted up over against them. For the spirit of the living creature was in the wheels. Okay? And ultimately, these wheels, right, this work, right, as it refers to it, the chariots, this is what's going to save us. Right? You need to have faith to believe that. Right? I showed you videos, hey, that, let's watch them again. All right, let's watch this one more time because this one's powerful, man. Okay, this is what's going to save us, and I'll end it off on this.
Call Allah Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Call Allah Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Woo! Call Allah Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Bro!
You can't explain that, man. You can't explain that, man. You cannot explain that, man. Okay? But those are what's going to come and save us, man. You have to have faith to really believe that. In these videos like this, right, testimonies in your own walk that Yahweh Shai is going to show you if he's dealing with you, hey, those are ultimately meant to uplift us and keep us pushing. Okay, so hopefully this was edifying. With that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rakak Wadash, and double honors to the elder bishops and apostles of Great Millstone that taught me this truth. Shalom to you, Shalom.